So we start with our second session. In the first session, we looked into the Power Center Designer thing. We just created a very simple mapping. Now we will be moving forward and creating a workflow. So here you can say that these are the symbols. We have D for designer, R for repository manager, W for workflow manager, M for workflow monitor. So let's just connect to the workflow manager. Now this would, as the credentials are already used in the Power Center Designer, so it will use these credentials to connect to the discovery repository. So if the same user have the relevant rights, then it would allow us to work on the workflow manager. So here we can see that discovery repository, discovery integration service, the integration service which is available in this discovery repository. So what does the integration service do? Integration service basically manages all the workflow execution and all the other related things that are basically not related to data saving. So if you give any requests and all things, all of these things are managed in the discovery integration service for this specific discovery repository, right? So let's just okay, so we have a task developer here. So we will directly come into workflow designer. So we highlight so we can see this. Okay, so let's create a workflow designer. I go to workflows, create. Okay. So we need to give the name of workflow. So let's make it wf underscore tutorial. As of now we are not giving any other options, just create a workflow wf underscore tutorial. Okay, so here we start with, we have wf underscore tutorial. This is the initial step from which our workflow will be executed. So let's create a session. What is a session? A session is basically a representative object in the workflow for any specific mapping. So just we are getting, so here as we only created one mapping in the tutorial folder which was named as M commitment target, so this is giving only one option. As if we have more than one, then it will be giving us all the options in this box. So let's just click OK. Okay, so it named as s underscore m underscore. So let's just rename it, we make it session underscore commitment underscore target. Okay, we are applying it. Okay, so before we move on, let's just create connections through which our database will be connected. In connection tab, relational, select all. So we will create a new one, right? For Oracle. So username us, and we give the password, and we give the connection string, right? And we name is as connection underscore tutorial. Okay, so here we can see now one option. Okay, so that's good. We see the, okay, now we are just connecting the path. Let's now just set up all the related properties, mappings. So here you can see the SQ commitment, the source and the target. So first we move on to the source. Let's see, here we need to give the connection, so we will select the same connection which we just created, connection tutorial. There is nothing more. Owner name, we can give like source table name is commitment, right? So apply commitment target. Let's just give us the same connection. Okay, here we have a target type, load type. We will select normal as of now, and no other options we need as of now. We will just be inserting the rows. So table name prefix, we have okay. And target table name is commitment underscore target. So okay, so now tutorial wf underscore tutorial is being saved. It has been validated, right? So we can start workflow from this task. Let's just see if anything we need to change in the workflow properties. No, we don't need. So let's also open up the workflow manager at the same time so that we can see the progress of our workflow, and then we will be executing the workflow from workflow manager. Okay, so here is the discovery repository, discovery integration service. Okay, so this is running. Let's just start workflow from task. Okay, executing the start. So see, okay, so it showed that this has been succeeded. This is the workflow, this is the session. If there are more than one session, then we will be having a list of all the sessions. So let's just look at our source and target. Do we have that table now? So it's, and so let's stop and start again. Okay, that's good. So we have the table populated. Both of the table are now populated with the same data. We can also look into some of the properties or some of the session log. So let's look at the session log, what steps did it perform to. Okay, so here if you can say that see some of the major things, mapping names, workflow name, ID which is being assigned. This is the insert table statement which was created through that SQ object. This is the select statement which is being created, and just insert and select. So here we can see the progress: requested 3, applied 3, and effective 3. So if for example any of the rows has some irrelevant data which is not able to fit into the target, then that row must have got rejected. So as of now we can see that all of the source rows are now into the target rows. So here we conclude the second part of this tutorial session. We looked into the basics of workflow designer and also in workflow monitor. In the next session we will be creating some more mappings for us, with some more options, and then we will be again going to the workflow manager so that we can see more stuff on the designer and workflow manager both. Thank you.